was an incredible rendition of Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears by our favorite, our friend Ariana Savalas, one of the most talented artists I know. And she is here to talk all about it. Hi!
Hello, beautiful.
How are you?
I am so fabulous. So good to see you again.
Good to see you again, too. Of course, our viewers would remember you. You've been on our show before. Your talent is, endless. And we saw this stripped series that you started to do on YouTube, and we were like, this is brilliant. So you've already covered, Britney Spears, as we just showed, and George Michael. I mean, what is the inspiration behind you doing covers like this?
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for those kind words. The inspiration, necessity is the mother of invention, man. I gotta tell you, I think that there aren't many silver linings in the world right now, in sort of the state of the world, especially in the performing arts world. It's really, really grim, but people are inventive and coming up with new ways to connect with their audiences. And for me, I had always flirted with the idea of starting a YouTube series because the almost 100% of my entire career has been in like live stage performances, right? Not really in the recording world, like in the cabaret burlesque world. It's very much, you see me 2 feet in front of you, but since the CDC won't allow me to sit on anybody's lap for the next at least year and a half, I kind of had to improvise. So, it was really just birthed out of like, well, I have a piano here and I have a wonderful fan base online. So why don't we see what the hell we can make out of a lot of lemons?
Right. Okay. So before any of our viewers who are not familiar with Ariana Savalas, she's a burlesque dancer. That's why she's singing and sitting on someone's lap.
Don't go too far into Google, but maybe the first or second page, you'll find something cute.
But obviously your voice and so your voice is fantastic. You sound great. And obviously these are all songs that we can love and sing along to. And I love your rendition of them. But my question is how do you select the artists you're going to cover?
Well, not by what's popular with the kids these days, I'd say. Like maybe I should be a little more like careers. It's so funny because these artists, so far I've done Peter Gabriel, Annie Lennox, Sting, George Michael, and Britney. So Britney's a bit of the anomaly there, but all of these artists have a really special significance in my life. I feel, when I do covers on my own, because obviously a lot of people know me from PMJ and, one of the most popular bands in the world. Yeah. From Postmodern Jukebox. Yeah. But, for myself, it was really important for me to choose covers that weren't just sort of arbitrary covers just to, play to what is popular. But I really wanted, also it's such an intimate space. You're sitting here in my home studio. My dog is next to me in my lap. My boyfriend comes and plays bass with me. It's very much a home show. So for me, it was really important to have sort of a storytelling aspect to it as well. And all of these artists, I either have stories about them and how they've influenced my life or my music or some funny, dumb thing that's happened in my life that relates to the songs that they, so it's sort of an invitation to have a much more intimate experience. And honestly, I wouldn't, obviously we're thrilled to get back on stage, in 2070 when we're able to actually perform. But in the meantime, I would have never had this experience, to be able to connect with my fans and with my audiences in such a weird, interesting, intimate way. I can chat with them. They can text me real time. That's just something you don't get when you're in a live show. So
Absolutely.
It's really fun.
Now, obviously, and you do more than covers. In all of this, you also released an album. So tell me about that.
Yeah, woof, that was an interesting ride. So I was in Germany, in Hamburg, finishing up a residency last year when the pandemic hit. So I was actually under a German label and was going to be releasing the album in Germany and then in Europe and so on and so forth. It was in all of the German record stores the same week that everything shut down. So we had, big plans, and God was like, nah. So it got postponed. So we shelved the record, which was a heartbreaking choice, right? Because we're sitting there going, this just doesn't seem appropriate. It didn't seem right when the world was just going to such a dark place to be like, hey, buy my record. It just didn't, It didn't feel right. It didn't resonate with any of us. So I decided to shelve it and just wait and just see what was going on. And, at the end of the year, I just felt like, you know what, man, I don't want another year to go by without people hearing this music. And I think that people deserve to, be a part of fun, new things and have something to look forward to. And it certainly was the case for me. So I released it on my own in December, independently through my own label. And it's called The Dead Dance. We made a music video for the title track that... It was very funny because when you're making a music video in quarantine, you have to be really, really resourceful. There's not a whole lot of places you can go. You can't go inside. You can't go to a bedroom. You can't go to a living room. You can't go whatever. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll just have to go to the middle of the damn woods. So that's what we did. We literally went to the middle of the woods. I was freezing my ass off. We shot it in a lake in the middle of November. I was like teeth chattering. He's like, I couldn't really use most of the takes because you're like,
hey, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. The music has to get out, friend.
Struggling for her art, my friend. Struggle.
Right. So, the other thing that another hit talent, obviously you have so many talents, but one of them that I particularly appreciate is your whistling talent. And I did notice that you pulled a whistling you've been on our show doing the Britney Spears whistle before. But you whistled in a George Michael song as well. And I'm wondering if you can do a little of it now.
Of course I can. If there's one thing that I'm very arrogant about, it's my whistling. So yes.
Brava. Girl, that is such a talent. Like, I don't even know how you do that. It's amazing. Okay, so the Strip series on YouTube is every Sunday, right? You do it every Sunday live?
Yep, for better or for worse, every Sunday, 6 o'clock LA time.
And who's on the agenda? Like, what other covers are you going to be doing?
We're going to do some Beatles. I might do a Disney show. I might, but I'm going to make it all the villains. It's going to be like Maleficent, Ursula, because I'm mad because they always write for Sopranos and I can't sing that. So I'm going to be Ursula.
And the album is The Dead Dance by our friend Ariana Savalas. It is always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for coming.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to see your face. Mwah. Give me love to Carlos.
I will.
All right.